What's up, guys? We're just in a volcano. It's not a big deal.
But the other thing that we always tell every group, and everybody gets sick of hearing it, if somebody finds a decent sized chunk of gold, about like say this, we can't take anything from the park, right?
It's below high tide line.
Except for that. Okay, and you shut your mouth when we do it, all right? Valley of the Tin and possibly come back up in the mountains available, we'll try. Weather's gonna dictate. Yeah. If we cannot land on the crater on the mountain itself, we may try and land on one of the other ones on the way through. It's totally up to him, whatever the air's doing, right? We need to get loaded up and get going. John will be very late, but he'll be right on time, right? Bear viewing season real quick. So end of May through mid-July, we do Hallo. These are called the Katmai cows because of the grass, right? When we get there, the goose tongue is what they're there for, okay? It's got 80% more calories than any other sedge grass, and we'll explain all that when we get on the ground. It is a distinctive grass, and you'll see why the bears are there. Some early clamming in Kukak, late May. Every once in a while, if the winds were horrible here, we'd take you here, but this is where the bears are. There's well over 100 in the basin right now, and it changes every day. Late season, after they start fishing, we go to Geographic Harbor, Kanak. For anybody interested, everybody thinks that Treadwell was killed in Hallo Bay. He was not, right? Kathleen Lake, right up here, that area, that's where that was. We'll talk about that as we go. There's lots of reasons why that happened, and you are as safe here as anywhere you're ever going to be. Bear viewing history a little bit. 1988 is when the first guys from Homer really started. Everybody was doing flight seas. You can see the bears, but nobody was getting on the ground. By 91, it was over $1 million a year industry. Now it's about 55. Probably going to be maybe one other group when we get there, possibly. But because of our time frame with our flight, when we get in, we're going to have the sucker to ourselves the rest of the day. So you're going to get to see all sorts of cool stuff. So let's go outside so we don't bug these guys because I get sick of hearing the spiel.
You hear that noise? We're on the plane now.
John made it, or he did?
Yeah,
We're getting ready to take off.
John is always fashionably late on time to him. We've left.
We're not taking off until 8. We can't take off until 8 a.m., right? On the dot?
Well, we can taxi and be in the air at 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is pretty exciting.
So a lot of people.
This is my view.
A lot of people will ask me what type of jellyfish these are, and I say, okay, I'm a bear view guide, all right?
Jellyfish.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
Wait, there's different kinds of jellyfish?
There's moon jellyfish and 3 other species.
See, you know what you're talking about.
Don't put that on me. And again, because you guys are mostly new except for Deweese, Pete and I can lie to you all morning. It's great.
Yeah.
We'll believe everything.
Right. And that's Redoubt and that's Iliamna, but aren't they up there like 200 miles? No. That's what that is.
That's Anchorage.
And then our
up, guys? We're just in a volcano. It's not a big deal. Hope you enjoyed some of that flight on the way here. Check it out. There's another plane back there. We're probably not the first people to do that, but we're one of the first. Katmai National Park, Katmai volcano.
Oh yeah, Mt Katmai.
Exactly.
The water's so green.
What a day. And it's only just begun. Who's got a kayak?
Dude, can you imagine?
This is what we have to walk on right here. Yeah, check it out. We're just chilling inside the volcano. Let me show you the other plane. I got some really cool pictures. I'm like at that point where like, do I want the pictures or I want the vlog? And every time I'm gonna go with the pictures. So, oh look, you can see it right there in the background. What a freaking day. What a day. Look at this glacier. This is just not something you get to ever really experience. And if you ever get the opportunity, take it. You just take it.
Time to load up, guys.
What a day. Now we're going to Hallo Bay. So
Now we're going to the Valley of the Ten.
oh, the valley. Oh, okay. Yeah. Valley of.
Flying to do, man.
Yep. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I gotta give my credit all to this guy right here.
Oh, don't do that.
Now, like,
You don't need to do that. It takes all of us, man. We don't have enough interested people. We're not.
it's just some guy I met at. I think the first time I saw you was at Safeway. You were with John, and John's like, "Here's another Canon user."
Yes, he did say that, didn't he?
I don't know what it is with John and with Canon. He's just trying to make up for his shortcomings.
He'll never do that. Holy shit!
I'd like John from the start.
I love John.
No, me
John,
too.
Here, let
I
me
know.
pull that out from under you. There you go.
You know, I appreciate John because he's the only. Well, not him, but he's one of the only ones that are like, you're a little oversaturated your picture, and I appreciate when people are honest.
Yes. I appreciated that I got his whole history the
How
first
about
time I
that
met
thing,
him.
huh?
Yeah.
Right back at it. Here we go, boys. We just landed and we already had the bear walk up that close. She was a tiny little girl. I'm really excited to see what's in store for us today here. A little muddy right here. But man, it is gorgeous. And that, can we just talk about that fly, that plane? We landed in a lake on a volcano. So Scott just showed us what the bears eat, and it's just the tops of this goose tongue here. But yeah, already great experience so far. It was such a great flight. I mean, that pilot was amazing. I really thought it was gonna be a lot worse. That was the first time in a float plane. I've been in small planes before like that, but that was my first float plane. And when you land in the water, I mean, you can't even, I mean, it's just buttery smooth. You couldn't even tell. What a great guy. And let's just talk about this landscape. It's just unreal. That mountain there with that jagged edge, that's just unreal. I'll probably say that 20 times today. Now I think about it. Scott, what's your most used word out here? So far, I think I said unreal a lot.
We'll say unreal or amazing, probably.
Yeah, beautiful, gorgeous.
So from here, side back behind the whale, but he's also been all the way down running the beach chasing eagles. So a lot of times when we see him, you'll look off in the distance and you'll see this little gray streak going like that, and that's him. So the quieter we are when we get closer to the whale, the better chance we have that he might come in and steal a piece of meat. So we're gonna go steady at him, pretty good clips, but we'll go quiet. Is that working for you now, Matt? It's good. Be a good golfer, right?
Caddy.
Exactly right.
This is the same one from last year.
Yes. I wonder if it's not him. Because the one with the dislocated shoulder just sat on the hump right above the whale. Yeah. He said, man, that feels good. I know, right? He's fully aware. You don't like him. That right there behind him would be right, him walking down. Yeah.
He's watching.
It really does look like he's slow motion.
Yeah.
All it takes is he just has to shift his weight, and he'll take off. He'll huff, and he'll take off. Look at him just keep slowly turning his head. With the glacier in the back, it's pretty fun. There we go.
Nervous, see that mouth open?
Get up, bud. We'll know right now. I need to get it flying.
He's hurting.
He hurts, yeah. Give him the flowers, bud. Goes even 200 miles north of here, right? So I mean, it was massive. But the other thing that we always tell every group, and everybody gets sick of hearing it, if somebody finds a decent sized chunk of gold, about like say this, we can't take anything from the park, right?
It's below high tide line.
Except for that. Okay, and you shut your mouth when we do it, all right?
So that's 13. So we just kind of finished up eating, and so the bears right over here. Let me zoom in for you. They're just eating a whale. They're having a good time. It is just gorgeous here. And it was, I mean, the forecast didn't even look that good. It looked like it was just gonna rain. Scott was just saying that when they first got to the whale, they were pretty aggressive towards each other. But now that the whale's almost out, they're not, and they're tolerating each other, and you'd think it'd be backwards. But apparently they're just so focused on getting what's left, that they don't have time to fight over it. There's another guy walking up to it. He might try to get a little something.
Jennifer, you see Chuck coming?
Come on. Yep. There you go. Girl.
So if you haven't noticed, we just sat in front of a mama nursing his cubs. I guess it sounded like I said his cubs, but I said its cubs. So her cubs. You can just see right there. Like, this is just the most epic day you could ever ask for. I mean, this is what Alaska is all about. Man, it was just so crazy. Just mom and cubs eating a whale, yelling at other people to get out. It was a pretty epic day. Planes here. I mean, we came here, we left at 8 a.m. and now it's 7 p.m.
This guy's gonna come this way.
This guy wants to come on over.
Stop, this guy's coming.
Yeah, he'll come.
Oh, he's gotta check us out.
He's got your scent.
That's Jerry and Jennifer.
Hey, that's where I peed earlier.
Oh.
Nice Scott.
Like, you guys smell pretty good.
Who did it? Who had the beef jerky?
Don't look at me.
Hey, you get out of here. Go on. Okay. Go on. Go. Yeah, yeah. He's not gonna like that. Oh, he's gonna like that. Yeah. All right, so he just did us a solid. So where the two bears are at the driftwood stream.
See here? That's pretty cool. I didn't vlog much because one, you shouldn't really be talking much in front of the bears, and who the heck wants to talk when you got bears right in front of you and you can take some of the best pictures you can take when you get that opportunity. So, yep, we're gonna walk back, and are these bears having a little fun fight with each other over here? I think these bears are what we call mating. So we'll be over there in a second.